Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about something that I get really excited about, which is actually skincare. One of the things that I find like the most frustrating about spending time around people that love makeup and love to like do up their faces is that a lot of people don't take care of their skin, and to me it's absolutely crazy that you'd like put a whole thing of makeup on your face every day and like not take care of the canvas that you're going to be putting that makeup on top of. And so for me, I'm the kind of person that wants my skin to look nice and for my face to look nice. Even if I don't want to put on a bunch of makeup every day, I want to feel like I can go out and like my skin looks good even without like doing the whole routine. And so today I thought that I'd show you guys my skincare routine, and also I thought I'd talk to you guys a little bit about skincare and like the steps you need to take and what would be best for different kinds of skin. And obviously I'm no expert, but my mom worked for skincare when I was little and I've been really into skincare my whole life, so I like some of this is a little more anecdotal for sure, especially in terms of like what's worked for my skin. But I have done some research, and so I've learned about different kinds of skincare for different kinds of skin types. So I think that this should be a pretty good general idea of how you should be orienting your skincare. And also in talking about skincare, I wanted to talk about brands that are more better for the earth and also better for your skin. I definitely ascribe to the if you wouldn't eat it, don't put it on your face philosophy, which makes like shopping for skincare not hard, but I don't want to be putting things on my skin that like shouldn't go inside of my body, you know, like I don't want to be taking care of my biggest organ with things that are like debatably dangerous for it, right? And so all the brands that I have skincare from are brands that use like only natural products and you want paraben free, sulfate free, and also ideally, if you care about it, cruelty free, which means that obviously they don't test on animals. And so I like try to focus on finding stuff that fits all those categories, and also I like to look at the ingredients in my skincare because, again, things you can't pronounce, things that look crazy, things that sound like harsh chemicals, I don't want to put that on my face, and so I don't. And so you'll see in my routine the like kinds of brands that I think are doing a really good job making things that I feel safe using. So to start off, obviously you have to wash your face. I wash my face every night and recently also every morning, and I think that a common misconception that people, especially kids my age, have is that you can just like makeup remove your face and like that counts as cleansing your face. It does not. You have to wash your face after you remove your makeup. Those like makeup towelettes, if you like get home at like 2 in the morning and you want to like take one day and wipe off your face with those, fine, but like every single day not washing your face and just like removing all of your makeup with a makeup wipe, it's not like, that's not gonna do it. That's not gonna be good for your skin. You really do need to actually cleanse your face with facial cleanser. A makeup wipe is good for removing your makeup, but it's not good for like actually getting your face clean. So the face wash that I have been using for my, I would say, very dry skin for almost the past 2 years is the Ultrabland by Lush, which I think is a phenomenal product. It's basically a cleansing balm, and so it's like really thick, and as you see I wet it and then I rub it all over my face, and after I've done that, if I'm gonna scrub my face that day, I'll scrub it, and if I'm not gonna scrub my face that day, I'll pat my face dry with a washcloth. I think Lush makes really great cleansers. I've absolutely loved this Ultrabland that I've had for a really long time, obviously 2 years. I'm like pretty committed. But if you have like combination skin, you're better off using a cleansing gel, which is going to be like a little more oil removing than a balm is, but less stripping than like a more like a denser face wash. And the brand, we're gonna try to pronounce it correctly, Acure is a brand I really like. They are like top rated for being a natural skincare company, and they have this cleansing gel that you maybe want to try if you're combo skin. And then if you have oily acne prone skin, the like recommended kind of cleanser for that is like a mud, so like a thicker kind of face wash, and there are like 3 that Lush has that are all for like cleansing, oily, acne-prone skin, and 2 out of the 3 have charcoal in them, which is a really great element to a face wash if you have more oily skin, because charcoal, it deep cleanses the pores and removes and absorbs excess oil, so you're not stripping your face, but it's like a really good natural way to get rid of all of that excess oil buildup. Another thing I want to say about facial cleansers is get whatever one you want, but please do not get a facial cleanser with micro beads. Micro beads are those little plastic beads that they put in like face wash scrubs, and they're like tiny pieces of plastic, and when they go down the sink and like into whatever, they end up in the ocean and they're polluting the entire ocean. So please do us all a favor and just stop buying microbead infused cleansers, because they're really bad for the environment, and I don't think you want to be rubbing plastic on your face in the first place. The next thing that you would do after cleansing your face, if it's a day when you're going to do this, is exfoliating. And I think that people have a lot of misconceptions about, get on my high horse, I think that people have a lot of misconceptions about exfoliating. I think people with dry skin think they don't need to exfoliate because it's going to make their dry skin drier. I think people with oily skin think they shouldn't exfoliate because it's going to be like irritating to like acne or whatever. Exfoliating really is good for everyone. If you have dry skin, you're going to want to exfoliate less than if you have more oily skin, because your skin will be more sensitive and you don't want to be stripping the oils as much. But the thing that's really great about exfoliating for your dry skin is that you're removing the dead skin cells, and you want to do that because sometimes the skin cells can be clogging your pores and preventing your face from like producing the amount of oil that you do need to not have dry skin. Another reason why exfoliating is really good, and why specifically I really like exfoliating, is because I will get these little white dots around my eyes, and I thought they were whiteheads for a really long time, but then I looked it up and I realized that they're milia, which is like a long-term whitehead. It's like a whitehead that like stayed too long, right? Like it's a whitehead that's like, it's like camping out in your backyard, you know? Weird analogy. And so like the best way to get rid of them is, especially if they're small, you can also get them like professionally removed, but I don't, no. I mean, you can, but like I didn't, mine weren't even big enough to do that. But basically a great way to get rid of them is to exfoliate them a couple times a week, and they'll go away on their own, and they have, and I'm thrilled. But of course, I'm raving about exfoliating. It's not just good for dry skin, it's also good for oily and or acne prone skin, because what the exfoliating is going to do, and if you do have oilier, less sensitive skin, you can exfoliate more than like once or twice a week, which is what you would do for dry skin. But if you have oily skin, more than that is fine. But of course, you know, feel it out with your own skin. I don't know your skin. Exfoliating is really good for unclogging the pores, which tend to be stuffed with excess sebum, which is skin oil, and also dry skin, which can be like clogging pores and making acne, right? Of course. And so exfoliating is also a good way to get rid of that. Then after you do or do not exfoliate, depending on what day it is, and if that's a day you're exfoliating, you have to moisturize. I know lots of people who like wash their face with bar soap in the shower and then never moisturize their face. Mostly boys. But that's crazy. Like, you have to moisturize your face. I'd say if you do anything, I want you to wash your face and moisturize. Like, I love exfoliating. I think that's the like next step to making skincare great. But if you're like, I can't do that, please moisturize. Moisturizing is not going to make your skin more oily. If you have oily skin, don't not moisturize because you think that it's going to make your skin more oily. It's not. It's probably going to make your skin less oily if you do it correctly. The basic way that you should be choosing a moisturizer for your skin is depending on how much extra hydration you need, right? So if you're worried that moisturizing your face is going to make your skin more oily, don't buy a super heavy, super thick, extra hydrating moisturizer. You can buy a light moisturizer and lightly moisturize, but you just want to be able to replenish those like good natural oils back onto your face after you've washed it. Now, if you're like me and you have really dry skin, as I've said, like 30 times now, and so I moisturize a lot. I have 2 different kinds of moisturizer, a slightly lighter one for the mornings and a much thicker, heavier one for the evenings. because I just want to get as much moisturizer into my skin as humanly possible, because I don't like having little dry patches all over my face. It doesn't make makeup go on smooth, and it just isn't cute, you know? Another thing you'll notice right here while I'm putting on my moisturizer is that I don't rub it in. You don't want to rub in your moisturizer because like rubbing and pulling at your skin tends to create wrinkles, and so what you want to do is, as you can see, I'm patting it on, which is like a better and gentler technique for putting your moisturizer in your face. So just like another little tip. So the moisturizer that I've been using forever on my face is the Celestial by Lush, which is really great. It smells like, I think it smells like marshmallows. I think I've said that before. And I use this in the morning because it's a little bit lighter. And it just is a really lovely moisturizer. And then the moisturizer I have for the evening is this Burt's Bees Intense Hydration Moisturizer, and it is so thick. It's like, it like won't even drop off my finger. It's like crazy thick. So you don't need that much, and I just, you know, put it on my face after my whole thing, and I go to bed with it. And I think it's doing its job, you know? I have not been waking up with super dry skin recently, which I'm thrilled about. The next thing that you may or may not think is reasonable to do after you've moisturized your face is I love eye cream. I know that eye cream is not everybody's thing. Lots of people think that eye cream is just a freaking waste of money, but I don't believe it. I think that my eye skin is different than the rest of my skin. It's much thinner, it shows much more like purple underneath, and I want to have something special for it, you know? I want to take care of it. And so the eye cream that I have is also from Acure. And basically all you're gonna do, you see, is take a small amount and dab it under your eyes. Now, if you're having a fun day and you want to go like a little overboard with your skincare, you might want to do a mask. But along the lines of looking for products that are safer and more natural and like less complicated stuff for putting on your skin, one of the best face masks that is out there is Manuka Honey, which isn't like a Manuka Honey face mask. It's literally just a kind of honey. It's like a really, really high concentrated kind of honey. I think it's like 4 times the amount of concentration as regular honey. And the amazing thing about honey for your skin is that it has like all kinds of fabulous properties. Honey is incredibly antibacterial, which means that, you know, it cleans the bad bacteria off of your face. It's basically like an antibiotics for your face. It just gets rid of all the bad stuff and only leaves you with the good stuff. It's really anti-inflammatory, which means that it won't make your skin red. It shouldn't irritate your skin at all. It's supposed to be really nourishing and really healthy for your skin. And then of course, the big thing for me is that it's also really, really hydrating. So when you rinse Manuka Honey off of your face, you're gonna be left with like not squeaky stripped skin, but like plump hydration as well, which is like super great. Who wouldn't want that? So I hope you've enjoyed this little video about skincare. I hope that it taught you something or is going to encourage you to ditch your scary products and adopt slightly safer, more natural ones. I think that Lush and Acure are both really great natural brands, and if you haven't heard of them, I mean, I'm sure you've heard of Lush, but if you haven't heard of Acure, if you've never tried anything from Lush, I really do think that the stuff they make is worthwhile, and so I would just highly recommend them. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.